And here's the big news that we're tracking right moment. Crucial judgment in the MJ Akbar versus Priya Ramani case. Delhi court acquits Priya Ramani in the criminal defamation case by MJ Akbar. MJ Akbar had filed almost a defamation suit against Priya Ramani for accusing him of sexual misconduct during the Me Too campaign. A decade later, MJ Akbar's case of criminal defamation against the journalist not proven. That's what the court says, that the defamation suit that he's filed can't be proven. Court says that Indian Parliament has enacted various laws for protection of women. The Rouse Avenue Court acquits Priya Ramani in the criminal defamation case by MJ Akbar. The court says the case of complainant is not proven. Priya Ramani is acquitted. The editor turned politician MJ Akbar has filed a suit against Priya Ramani on 15th of October 2018 for allegedly defaming him by accusing him of sexual misconduct decades ago when he was a journalist. Now, it was not Priya Ramani alone. Right after her article, while she came out with the Me Too allegations, several other women, almost 20 of them, came forward with similar allegations against MJ Akbar. Eventually, Akbar resigned as the Minister of State for External Affairs in 2018. Ever since, the case has been on in court with MJ Akbar, who filed a defamation suit against her, saying that this is conspiracy to malign him and defame him. Now, the court observes that there is no evidence and therefore Priya Ramani is acquitted. Human rights activists. Brinda, here's Priya Ramani now getting acquittal from court, but the court also observing that MJ Akbar is a man of repute and his reputation did take a dent over her allegations, but nonetheless, whatever she said, she can say at whatever point of time, considering she's a woman and she has the rights to put her grievance even a decade later. That cannot be contested, but there is no proof to show that she tried to deliberately defame him. Take us through your observation of what the court has said.
This is a landmark judgment, and what we need to understand from here is, for too long, women have always been told that you cannot come out and talk, and even if you do come out and talk, that person is in a position of power, you cannot prove, and that's exactly what has happened over here. You cannot prove. Very many times, one cannot prove these things. But what the court has said is, you come out and talk about it because your dignity is much more important than that person's reputation, which is directly telling that no matter how powerful he is, come out and speak. The court will uphold you and your grievance. No time bar for it. 20 years, no time bar. 30 years, no time bar. Come out and talk. Earlier it was a lot of social tweets and messaging, but now you have so much of recourse from the law of this land.
Right. Brinda, here are allegations against MJ Akbar, but no action against him as yet. Whatever she said, but will there be action that would be taken against him? What her allegations were, will that be turned into an FIR or a case against MJ Akbar? Will they pursue a case against him? Could that be a possibility?
Right now, like many women agree, and also you will also know, the procedures of law will not make it possible for a criminal case to be filed. Though you can go and do so if the court agrees just to walk on those testimonies of the women who have fallen, who have experienced all of this trauma and sexual abuse from this fellow, or for that matter from anybody else also. Because in this particular case, it is the testimonies of the women. Though they all came forward and spoke, no case has been taken up. It has only talked about the social media and the Me Too movement that all of them added to. It does not say much. And I personally object to his reputation. What is this reputation? Who decides this reputation? Just because you are sitting in a position of power, does it become a reputed position? And so you will not be answerable, accountable, and you're absolved of that crime? So there are so many questions. I don't know whether this can be turned and it might become a criminal case, though I know that many women go through all of it. Do they want to go through this entire tedious, cumbersome process of the court is a big question.
Absolutely, Brinda. Thank you very much for joining us with those details. Here's Priya Ramani now, who's been acquitted by court. The court saying that despite MJ Akbar being a man of reputation, she very well has the right to come forward, place her grievances, even if it means a decade later. Almost a message going out to all those women, part of the Me Too campaign. Here's indeed a landmark judgment.
The acquittal was based on the fact that Priya Ramani had pleaded truth as her defense, made in public interest and for public good. The court has accepted her defense and has said that because her defense has been accepted, no case of defamation is made out. The court also went on to say that in the 1990s, when Priya Ramani claimed that she had been sexually harassed by the complainant, there were no mechanisms, legal mechanisms to fight these cases. Priya Ramani's case precedes the Vishaka judgment and therefore she could not have accessed any of the provisions of the Vishaka guidelines. The court accepted that the Me Too platform was a platform where she could have made these disclosures, and simply because she made it in 2018, it doesn't mean that she was not speaking the truth. It was a very powerful, painful testimony of sexual harassment at the workplace, and I think combined, taking it all together, the court came to the conclusion that the defense was robust and truthful and therefore acquitted Priya Ramani.